We have to talk about maintaining America's energy independence and dominance in an era when we've got $17 a barrel oil. Let's bring in Congressman Steve Scalise, Louisiana Republican. Obvious question, Steve, and by the way, welcome back to the show. It's always good to see you, sir.
Good to be
How
back,
do
Stuart.
we maintain America's energy dominance? Yeah, it's good to see you too. Energy dominance. What's your plan to keep us that way when you've got oil at $17 a barrel?
Well, there are a lot of things that are being worked on, and look, there are a lot of concerns. Obviously, getting this fight between Saudi Arabia and Russia, where Saudi was dumping oil and discounting the price, and in many ways, not just to fight Russia, but to try to crush our energy dominance, especially in the shale plays. We at least got that put on hold and reversed. The real issue, Stuart, if you look at what is driving all of this, and that is the tremendous drop in demand for oil globally. And we were at about 100 million barrels a day of oil used by the world before this pandemic broke out, and today we're at maybe 75 million or less. So you've seen more than a 25% drop in demand, and so even a 10% correction by Saudi and Russia isn't making up the gap, and that's why the price is so low. It is going to have to rebound. We've got to get the economy open again, Stuart, though. That's the real answer.
Exactly.
We've got to get our economy and the world economy open again.
So how do you feel about the situation as of today? We want to put another, $250 billion into the hands of small business. I mean, another stimulus package. We want to do that. But Speaker Pelosi and Minority Leader Schumer, they're saying no. You could have a voice vote today to say yes, but they're not, at this moment, they're not having anything of it. I don't understand this. I just don't understand the political strategy which says, no, you can't get help to the people who really need it.
It's really mind-boggling, Stuart, when you have small businesses hanging on by a thread, and many are actually going to go under in these next few days. And there are also millions of employees. You just saw another 5.5 million people put on the unemployment roll. The Paycheck Protection Program that we're trying to keep going, that President Trump wants to keep going, is literally the thing that's going to bring millions more people back onto the workforce, back onto the payroll, off the unemployment lines. And it's incredibly successful, working well for small businesses. And this is what Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are holding hostage to their other demands, instead of just saying, okay, we recognize there's other fights we're going to have politically, but don't hold anybody hostage. Let's keep this program going. Let's keep our small businesses and the millions of Americans who rely on them for their jobs to stay afloat, and yet they still say no. It's just unbelievable that they would do this to millions of Americans who have incredible uncertainty and the likelihood of losing the job and the company that employs them going under.
Now, you're a congressman from Louisiana, and Louisiana was a hot spot for the virus, especially in the New Orleans area. Can you give us an update? How are you doing in your state now?
Well, I appreciate you asking. And look, the state's doing better. The city is starting to come down from that big spike. And, unfortunately, you're still seeing a number of deaths from coronavirus, but you're also seeing a reduction in the people on ventilators, for example, which is a good sign for the long term that, you saw for a period. New Orleans was one of those areas that was concerned about a shortage of ventilators. President Trump stepped in quickly and helped to get us more ventilators and PPE for our hospital workers. And I've talked to the heads of all of our hospitals, and they've got things under control. They're doing incredible work. We've even talked about how the healthcare industry can play a role in reopening our economy safely. We're not talking about going back to the things that were going on before when the disease was spreading, but how to open the economy and do a better job of stopping the spread of the disease at the same time. And the hospitals have a real important role to play there, and they have some really good, smart ideas about how to do that.
We love to hear good news from the state of Louisiana, and we love to see you back looking hale and hearty, Steve Scalise. Always a pleasure to have you with us.
Hale and hearty.
Steve, God bless you.
I'll take it. I can't wait to be in studio with you again one day, though.
You look hale and hearty from a great distance, and that's a good thing. Steve, we'll see you again real soon. That's a promise.
Thanks.
Thank you.